What happens when you ultimately pass away? In other words, despite the fact that most people's opinions on death these days are science-based, many of us appear to believe in life. After that, The Telegraph polled UK inhabitants in 2014, and just under 60% stated they believe some of us live on in the United States, which is still a highly Christian nation. In 2015, do pure research by asking individuals what happens when they die. According to the study, 72% of Americans think you go to paradise, which is characterized as a place where individuals who have lived virtuous lives are forever rewarded. 54% of American adults believe in hell. Welcome to this edition of Our Stories, which was defined as a place where individuals who have led evil lives and died without being sorry are forever punished. With that in mind, welcome to this episode of The Storyteller. What happens after you pass away? Don't forget to subscribe and click the build button to join our notification squad. It appears that many individuals think that after death, we will be ensconced in some cloud-strewn paradise, or, alternatively, if we do not conform to the principles set to us by our chosen religion, we will be nominated by that faith. We could face endless hellfire and the thought of groveling before a bearded red figure with a pitchfork who never puts it down. But first, some empirical realism about what actually occurs to the body. Now, you're dead because your heart stops pumping and there's no electrical activity in your brain when we die. Brain death is the same as death. But machines can keep you running for a little longer. You can potentially die from cardiac arrest, which occurs when your heart stops beating and no blood flows through your body. Those who have died from cardiac arrest but have been resurrected are odd, even fantastic. As previously said, they were aware of what was going on around them. Others have spoken of heading towards a light after having a near-death experience. You can be brought back from what we call clinical death, but only for around 4 to 6 minutes. But suppose you arrive to the light and pass through it. This is referred to as the biological death game over the last whistle dead. Like a dodo. Here is when things become a little shabby, but who cares? You're dead when you're no longer here with us. Your muscles relax, which means your sphincter relaxes, allowing you to eat that triple whopper and huge fries. What you ate for lunch will come out of you. You have the gas. You may also leak and stink, as well as the urine you have in your bladder, so dying is not an option. Interestingly, it is a messy affair, and males may even ejaculate, while women may give birth after death if they are pregnant, which is known as coffin birth. It doesn't happen very often, but instead of pushing, he's the newborn into the world due to the gases in the abdomen. Noises may be made from your mouth as air exits as your body expels what is trapped inside. Nurses and others who work in close proximity to dead bodies. Hearing very alive has been observed on a frequent basis. Moans and groans emanating from dead corpses. You're alive, mate, but that doesn't mean you're alive. They are nothing more than muscular contractions. If you died lying on your stomach and your blood flowed down there, all of your blood would pool in one place of your body and you would quickly have an erection. This is known as livor mortis, and that is why areas of will have the dark purple hue you've seen on TV. These are the wonderful things that may happen very quickly after you stop having blood flow through your body. It will start to cool down, which is known as algor mortis or just death. Cool, it will continue to chill until it is the same temperature as your surroundings, and you will become rigid within 2 to 6 hours, which is known as rigor mortis. This is due to calcium entering your muscle cells. Without blood flow, cells break down, allowing bacteria to thrive. That is why you begin to decay. You could resemble your hair. It appears that your hair or nails have grown, however this is not the case. Your skin is retreating as a result of this. The skin will loosen too and blisters will form on the body, giving the appearance of growth. Putrefaction is the following step, in which bacteria and germs begin to feast on you. You'll soon begin to stink as horrible as anything you could have imagined while living. One person described the odor as rotten eggs, excrement, and a used toilet left out for a month multiplied by 1,000. It is unholy. Soon anything soft becomes liquefied, with bones, cartilage, and hair staying tough. You're already decaying by the time you're buried. However, if embalmed and buried, decomposition might be a long process if kept above ground. After about a month, you'll be a liquefied mess. Insects, maggots, plants, and animals underground feasted on it. According to some specialists, it might take 8 to 12 years before you are reduced to little more than a skeleton. Even your bones will become a part of the ground after around 50 years. In reality, the rate of decomposition is affected by a variety of factors. There are too many to detail here, but we believe you get the idea. While some people say that their near-death experience was spectacular, this isn't always the case. According to one Reddit user, his experience was as follows. It was absolutely black and empty. There are no thoughts and no mind. Is there anything else out there? René Descartes, a French philosopher, felt that the soul was distinct from the body. While many faiths will tell you, and possibly something will linger on after we die. Friedrich Nietzsche discussed the notion of eternal recurrence or everlasting return, which means that all of our energy in the cosmos has forever, and will forever keep repeating itself ad infinitum. You live the same life over and over again indefinitely. Isn't that enough to make you desire to live? Here, we may see parallels to the Buddhist concept in the cycle of samsara. We, as all souls or lives, shall begin a cycle again after death, but not in the same exact existence, which we term reincarnation, which some people believe is related to what Buddhists, whom we sometimes refer to as déjà vu, believe that we may break the pattern. If we can become fully enlightened there for achieving nirvana, or do we make our way to paradise after our bodies have ceased working? Tipping our hat to St. Peter at the pearly gates, hoping he won't reject us entry for taking that candy bar. Will we be brought into paradise on a school trip to Niagara Falls? Will we see the earth, our souls nothing more than a worldly fancy that took our minds off our cosmic insignificance? And the feeling of futility that we sometimes experience here on terra firma? Or will we simply see the earth, our souls nothing more than a worldly fancy that took our minds off our cosmic insignificance, and the feeling of futility that we sometimes experience here on terra firma? While this video was pretty grim, let us pause for a moment. Consider your current situation and how you may improve it. Probably by subscribing to our channel and receiving regular updates and news.